Welcome to Urban Lore, where we explore the most terrifying and mysterious legends that have been passed down through generations. Today we delve into one of the most infamous urban legends of all time, a tale that has chilled countless souls and dared the bravest to confront their fears. This is the legend of Bloody Mary. The Bloody Mary legend is one of the most well-known and widely spread urban legends in Western culture. The story has been told in many forms, but at its core, it involves summoning a vengeful spirit by chanting her name in front of a mirror. This ritual, typically performed in dimly lit or candlelit rooms, has become a rite of passage for many children and teenagers seeking to test their courage. But where did this terrifying tale begin? The origins of Bloody Mary are shrouded in mystery, with various theories attempting to trace the legend back to its roots. Some believe that the story has its origins in European folklore, where mirrors were often seen as portals to the spirit world. In these cultures, mirrors were sometimes covered during wakes to prevent the souls of the dead from becoming trapped inside. The idea that a mirror could hold a malevolent spirit likely contributed to the development of the Bloody Mary ritual. One of the earliest known references to a similar ritual appears in the writings of folklorist John L. Brunner, who in the early 20th century documented a practice known as the bride's ritual. In this version, a young woman was supposed to walk up a flight of stairs backward while holding a candle and a mirror in a darkened house. As she gazed into the mirror, she was supposed to see either the face of her future husband or a skull, symbolizing her death before marriage. Though this version differs from the modern Bloody Mary legend, it shows how the concept of using a mirror to glimpse the supernatural was already present in folklore. The modern incarnation of the Bloody Mary legend, as we know it today, likely emerged in the mid-20th century. The tale became especially popular among children and adolescents, spreading rapidly through playgrounds, sleepovers and campfire stories. The ritual of chanting Bloody Mary 3 times or more, depending on the version, while staring into a mirror became a test of bravery, with the fear of what might appear in the reflection driving the legend's popularity. Who was Bloody Mary? The identity of Bloody Mary varies depending on who tells the story. Over the years, several historical figures have been linked to the legend, each bringing their own tragic or terrifying backstory to the tale. One of the most commonly cited candidates is Mary the First of England, also known as Bloody Mary. Mary was the daughter of King Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon. She became queen in 1553 and is infamous for her persecution of Protestants during her reign. Mary's efforts to restore Catholicism in England led to the execution of over 300 Protestants, earning her the nickname Bloody Mary. According to this version of the legend, Mary the First's vengeful spirit returns when her name is called, seeking retribution for the bloodshed she caused during her reign. The connection between the historical figure and the urban legend is likely due to her nickname and the gruesome acts associated with her rule. Another theory links Bloody Mary to Mary Worth, a supposed witch who lived during the colonial period in the United States. According to legend, Mary Worth was accused of witchcraft and was burned at the stake. Her vengeful spirit is said to be summoned by the ritual, seeking revenge on those who dare to call her name. A third possibility is that Bloody Mary was a woman who suffered a tragic death, such as a young bride who died in a car accident on her wedding night, or a mother who lost her child in a violent manner. In these versions, the spirit of Bloody Mary is filled with sorrow and rage, lashing out at those who disturb her rest. Despite the numerous theories, there is no definitive answer to who Bloody Mary truly was. The legend's strength lies in its ambiguity, allowing it to adapt and evolve with each retelling, making it all the more terrifying. The Bloody Mary ritual is simple, yet its simplicity is what makes it so unnerving. The basic instructions are as follows. Find a mirror. The ritual must be performed in front of a mirror, usually in a dimly lit room or a bathroom. The darkness and the isolation heighten the sense of fear and anticipation. Light a candle. Many versions of the ritual involve lighting a candle or standing in near total darkness with only the flickering flame to illuminate the mirror. The candlelight adds to the eerie atmosphere, casting shadows that seem to dance around the room. Chant her name to summon Bloody Mary. One must chant her name a specific number of times, usually 3, but sometimes up to 13. The repetition of the name is believed to call the spirit from the other side, drawing her closer with each utterance. Wait for her appearance. After the final chant, participants are instructed to stare into the mirror and wait for Bloody Mary to appear. What happens next varies depending on the version of the legend. Some say she will appear as a ghostly figure, her face twisted in agony. Others claim she will reach out from the mirror to scratch, choke, or even drag the summoner into the mirror itself. The ritual's outcome is rarely positive, with most stories ending in terror. Some claim that if Bloody Mary does not harm you, she will leave behind a blood-red message on the mirror, a warning to never summon her again. Why do people continue to perform the Bloody Mary ritual despite the fear it invokes? The answer lies in the psychology of fear and the power of suggestion. The Bloody Mary ritual is a classic example of a psychological experiment in expectation and perception. When you stare into a mirror in a darkened room, your brain begins to play tricks on you. The dim light and the prolonged gaze into the mirror can cause your facial features to distort and blur, creating the illusion of another face appearing. This phenomenon, known as the Troxler effect, can make it seem as though Bloody Mary has indeed appeared in the mirror. Additionally, the power of suggestion plays a significant role in the ritual. Participants enter the ritual with the expectation that something terrifying will happen. This anticipation heightens their senses, making them more susceptible to interpreting any visual distortion or flicker of light as evidence of Bloody Mary's presence. The ritual also taps into deep-seated fears: fear of the dark, fear of the unknown, and fear of supernatural retribution. By daring to summon Bloody Mary, participants confront these fears head-on, often with a group of friends as witnesses. The shared experience of fear strengthens the belief in the legend and ensures its survival across generations. The Bloody Mary legend has had a profound impact on popular culture, influencing everything from horror films to television shows, literature, and even video games. The legend's enduring popularity is a testament to its power as a story, one that continues to captivate and terrify audiences around the world. Horror films, in particular, have embraced the Bloody Mary legend, using it as a plot device to explore themes of fear, guilt, and retribution. Movies like Candyman, while not directly about Bloody Mary, draw heavily from the legend's concept of summoning a vengeful spirit through a mirror. These films play on the fear of the unknown and the consequences of invoking dark forces. Television shows have also featured the Bloody Mary legend, often as part of supernatural or horror-themed episodes. Series like Supernatural and The X-Files have explored the myth, presenting different interpretations of the ritual and the spirit that appears. These shows help to keep the legend alive in the public consciousness, introducing it to new audiences who may have never heard of Bloody Mary before. The legend has even made its way into literature, with countless books and short stories inspired by the tale. Writers use the Bloody Mary myth to explore themes of revenge, tragedy, and the supernatural, adding their own twists to the legend while maintaining its core elements. Even video games have embraced the Bloody Mary legend, incorporating the ritual as a challenge or plot point in horror games. These games immerse players in the experience of summoning the spirit, creating an interactive version of the ritual that can be just as terrifying as the real thing. As with many urban legends, the story of Bloody Mary has evolved over time. Modern interpretations of the legend often incorporate new elements or twist the tale in unexpected ways. The rise of social media and the internet has also given new life to the Bloody Mary legend. Videos of people attempting the ritual are shared on platforms like YouTube and TikTok, allowing the legend to reach a global audience. These videos often show participants nervously chanting Bloody Mary's name, their fear palpable as they await the spirit's appearance. While most of these videos end with nothing happening, the suspense and fear are enough. So, what do we make of Bloody Mary? Is she real, lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike again? Or is she merely a creation of our fears, a myth born from the darkness of our imagination? Let us know in the comments below. Are you brave enough to try? Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this exploration of Bloody Mary, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more horror stories and scary stories from the world of urban legends. And remember, sometimes the scariest creatures are the ones we create in our own minds. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.